this a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. Ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. Talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
This a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. Ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket, talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. Talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
this a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I'm a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I'm a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Head to Head with Big Daddy. Okay. Let me try that again. Okay. Welcome everybody to another episode of Head to Head with Brian Parker. I am he, and we are back for 2024. Hope everybody had a great holiday season out there. Whatever you celebrated, it's all good. Thank you for tuning in for the second half of season 4 of Head to Head with Brian Parker. We are streaming live and direct on X, formerly known as Twitter, as well as the Gram. We are now on the Gram live. Looking at the Gram, look good. Nice and astute. We're also streaming live on LinkedIn, Facebook Live, as well as YouTube, Roku TV, and Amazon Fire TV. That's a lot. So there's no way in the hell that you can miss this show because we everywhere that you could be other than TikTok. And they don't put long videos on TikTok yet. But anyway, when they do, Head to Head will be there too. We have a good show lined up today. We are going to talk about some things going on with the election season now that it is 2024. Everything is going to be about voting, and we need to make sure that everybody is aware. You done got through the holidays and everything else. Now there are going to be primaries that are going to be starting to come up. There's going to be a lot of court trials that are going to come up that are going to affect the way that you're able to vote. So we'll definitely get into that. But we are also going to be joined momentarily by a new author out there debuting her first book, which is very exciting and probably very terrifying at the same time. But I'll let her tell it because she'll probably sit there and act like it doesn't scare her one bit. But my stomach would be turning. That's all I can say. Before we also get started, too, to let you know that we also have our head-to-head sports show every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Myself and my co-host, Mr. Randall Hargrove, break down the goings-on in the National Football League. Of course, we are into our last week of the NFL season, and we'll be here for you all the way through the Super Bowl in February. No, the Dallas Cowboys will not be there. They'll be there. They'll be on the couch. But anyway, so we'll have that for you as well. If you are out there in the audience and you would like to be able to promote your goods or your services or any events, please reach out to us at theparkermedia@gmail.com. And we would love to be able to do that for you. We do promos all the time. I'm going to show you two real quick, and then we'll get into our guests. First, we're going to show you Jermaine Parker Realty. Why? Because that's the best realtor you can find in the state of North Carolina. Check it out. Buying a home is one of the biggest decisions that you'll make. Here at Jermaine Parker Realty, we're here to help you navigate through that process. We know that a home is more than just a place to live. It creates memories. Here at Jermaine Parker Realty, we're here to help. Give us a call and let us get started on your journey. We know advertisements can be very, very expensive out there, especially if you try to put it on any kind of legacy media network TV. So we would love to be able to help you come up with an affordable way to be able to get your goods and services in front of different people. And because we stream on so many platforms, there are always so many different people that may be interested in those goods and services that you have. Lori, let's take it to we had some authors right before we had our break on the 14th. We talked to Shanine and Sheldon Lord, now I forgot the last name. Tell it to me.
Muldrow.
Muldrow, Shanine and Sheldon Muldrow. And they had a children's book called Sawyer Kid Lawyer. Excellent book. A lot of great representation in it. We had a great conversation about it. And I was able to cut this just today. Play the clip. Introducing Sawyer Kid Lawyer, Teacher versus Nap Time. A great book that will help your little one with reading, writing, and spelling. Coming from the authors Shanine and Sheldon Muldrow. Please check this book out and support. Thank you so much. Yeah, we can do that like that. I like that voiceover guy. He sounds sexy.
Yes, super sexy, super.
Lori, welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm doing okay. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
I'm sorry, happy Friday Eve, technically.
Friday Eve.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually gonna dedicate this show to my friend and pal, Buddy, who passed on the 2nd. That was our dog for the last 14 years, and he finally decided to just leave me with Lori all by myself. So, Buddy, kiss my ass. Anyway, but we'll miss you, Bo. We'll miss you. Anyway, we're going to bring in Katherine Y. Waddell and oh Lord, I know I was gonna say it. I'm sorry, CJ. Let me try that again.
Catherine Jones.
Katherine Jones. You know, I've known her as Waddell for so long. It slipped off the tongue. I was almost afraid when I was putting it in in the description and everything else. I was going to do it. So I did it right all the way through. I even created a banner that says Katherine Y. Jones. Why I just sat there and said Waddell, I have no ever idea. So
yes, you do, because it just rolls off that way. But it's fine. It's
fine.
fine.
I mean, but I've known her as Waddell longer than I've known her as Jones. But
yes,
I haven't said Waddell in God knows when. So I don't know where that came from. You know, it's almost like burping up something you ate the other day. You know, it ain't even like I just had it. So who knows? It ain't even been in my mouth. So God only knows. Before we bring her on, she was good enough to send me this clip that she has on her YouTube page. We want to talk about her YouTube page and her actual website, TNTBS. That website, we'll get into that. But I definitely want to play this video, and then we'll bring her in right after that. Lori, it should be the Moments clip. Play the clip. I was playing my violin. Anyway, that was awesome. So we're going to bring in Katherine, and I didn't bring in CJ because they're actually together. So I wanted her to pop in at the same time. So without further ado, Lori, let's bring in Mr. TNTBS and Mrs. TNTBS, CJ Jones and Miss Katherine Y. Jones. There they go.
Boy.
You know, it just occurred to me.
What's that?
I am disappearing because I wore green.
Yes,
and I wanted to wear this so bad, and I knew better. Hey, we do this. We're thugging this out. Can y'all sort of see that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't see you disappearing. I see everything. I mean, it's like a bright light besides CJ, but
that's because I'm so great. My brightness is shining through. Yes. Thank you for recognizing. Where there's darkness, there must be light.
I see. I see. It's a commercial for contrast. It's a beautiful.
Yes, thing. Yes. You see how it's a white balance. You know this in media.
Yeah.
I came here. White balance.
Exactly.
I'm here for you. Affirmative action and reverse. All of that. I'm here for it.
I have to manipulate my studio with a bunch of lights that counter and balance and everything else, but
not no more. You don't have to do that anymore. I'm here.
I see.
I got you.
I
got you on the whiteness. I got you on the brightness. I got you on the. If we go through a traffic stop, we save. I let them know I'm good. All of the blacks will pass. I am here for it. I'm here for the whole thing.
At least he didn't call you by the name for this way, but I appreciate that. This one looking lovely. And hi, CJ.
Hi, sis. I was married. Guess what my last name is?
Your last name is Waddell.
What's my name? Say my name.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
I said CJ Jones and Katherine Jones.
And you still got stuck.
Hey.
No, that was for effect. It was for effect, dramatic effect. He was trying for dramatic effect.
It was dramatic.
The reason I paused is I was like, okay, you gonna say it right this time, and I went, okay, now which one am I supposed to say? As soon as I did that, I don't know what in the hell. I had a nice long nap, so I don't. God knows.
You still sleeping?
It could be that. It could be that, or maybe I just hadn't had my.
It sounded like he's making a report on a monitored sleep. Like maybe he was in the room, but he wasn't asleep. And Lori's saying, "I know what's wrong with you. You tired?" No, I swear I slept the whole time.
Yeah.
He didn't sleep the whole time, Lori. It's out.
No, he did. He did, and I made sure that he had caffeine in this one. So it was just a momentary slip because again, he has known you for a very long time. So for this way. So no offense.
Oh yeah, I'm truly not offended at all.
I know,
I really am not.
But on the second time, it was for dramatic effect.
Yeah, of course. Trust me, when we first got together, and because what's our favorite song? I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. So my baby was already doing her thing, like how Brian said. So her name was already out there as Katherine Waddell. So then people, so she had to literally go around telling people, "I's married now."
Yeah,
I's married. So they're like, "Oh, so what's your new last name?" So then it was.
But they didn't even know my last name. But they called me Waddell, like my first name. So they was like, "Okay, cool, Waddell Jones."
No, it's Katherine.
And that's a good point because a lot of people knew you, Katherine, from your blog talk radio days.
Yes,
Katherine used to host now, if I remember correctly, it was once a week, and then you made it every day. Or sorry, weekdays at 2 o'clock, right?
Yes. And that's about the time you came onto the platform to talk about travel. Yep. And it was real significant because Michael Jackson passed. And I was like, wait a minute. This is Wednesday, because I was doing every week on Wednesday. I said, well, a whole week will go by and everybody's talking about Michael Jackson. I got to get in on this. So we went from once a week to Monday through Friday from that point on, because I didn't want to miss another conversation like that. Like, we're getting older, and as we see the people that we listen to and follow, they're going away. And I'm waiting once a week to have that conversation. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way sometimes about this show, where there's so many things that I'm wanting to get off my chest before the show. So I've got a different podcast that I'm going to have come up for that. And then I'm going to also intermittently post hot takes and things like that as well, that will pop up exclusively on our YouTube channel. So for anybody out there, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe, because not only will you see the head-to-head main show and the head-to-head sports, but you'll also see some other hot takes. Now, I ain't gonna lie, CJ, I know to your detriment, I posted a Dallas Cowboys video a couple of weeks ago now. It's probably been about a little over 15, 16 days. And it was a funny video. We used it on the sports show. I kept it up on YouTube. I only put it on YouTube so I'd be able to download it when I wanted And, you know, within that first show, which was 3 days later, there were only about 50 views. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. It's got almost 400 now. People go on there, and it's a very funny video. It's a great video. It's a hilarious video. Lori,
about the Dallas Cowboys.
Lori, I feel like playing this Dallas Cowboy video.
Lord, he has it.
Of
course he has
Come
it.
on, Cowboys. What y'all got to say? Oh, we about to go to the...
Shut up! Before I bust a cap up in your ass.
I thought y'all was beating the world.
Shut up!
Maybe next...
Say another motherfucking word and this shit is over.
But we the most hated franchise and everybody...
Shut the fuck, shut! Did I say, no! Oh shit, say it again, say something else. Oh, say something else, say something else.
I was not part of this. That's all.
Listen.
Oh, he found the edit button. That's good.
Ryan,
good.
We gonna let you finish with the Panthers, but I want you to come on home to the Cowboys next season, okay? Just come on, you love us so much.
There's always
we always got room for you know,
there's always room for you.
Come on. Come
So,
on.
but now I can't really play it right now because since that video, they've actually won 2 straight, even though they stole one the other day. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. They are more than likely gonna end up winning the NFC East now because my Eagles have I don't know, just fell apart, just sadly, or gotten exposed, whatever the case may be.
Let's say they get exposed because you and I know football very well. They got exposed. They were never that good.
They've been falling apart all year, and it finally caught up to them. So the Cowboys will be the number 2 seed going into the NFC as the winners of the NFC
East.
You know how much that hurt.
It'll make you feel better to go ahead and say it. Just
it'll make
you feel better as you say it.
Actually, it's the vomiting afterwards that makes
it's okay. It's all right.
It's the vomiting.
You are more of a fan than I am actually out in reality.
Yeah.
You know more about my team than I do.
That's why he's gonna come with us next season.
So
yeah,
like I said, he gonna join. We're gonna get him
I stay plugged in
and everything. Well,
and I will give a shout out to the fact that I did run away with my fantasy football league this year. Went to the Super Bowl on Sunday and pulled out a victory. So Super Bowl champion. Nice. Some Super Bowls are won in December and January, but they are fantasy football. But I did win. So shout out to my man Randall Hargrove, who does the show with me, that's had that league. Man, I guess we've done that league for over 10 years now, but it's the 3rd time that I've gone to that Super Bowl. It's the 2nd time that I've won it. So, hey guys, you might want to join the show sometimes out there because, you know, a lot of times I'm pretty spot on with how these teams are going to play. There have been some ups and downs this year and some surprises, some duds, some things like that. But for the most part, we tend to get it right where we rank teams at the beginning of the season. It normally does shake out that way. Now, of course, the NFC East did do one inversion with the Cowboys and the Eagles, but we definitely got 3 and 4 correct, as well as some of the other teams. But back to why Katherine is here today. Katherine, you done sat there. So get everybody kind of caught up on what's been going on with TNTBS media lately, because now the last time you were on radio, it was just TNTBS. Now we've got some dude that done attached his name to it, damn near hijacked it, and then got his own damn show now called Elephant Exposed, which has, and now his moniker is Mr. TNTBS. So you can't even have your own name no more for real, because Mr. TNTBS, he got his proof. You had like Lori walking around with them damn with the damn papers and stuff talking about we are really married. I'm like, man,
okay, I got it in writing.
People fake stuff.
Fake
news. It happened in Vegas. My God. You know how many people do stuff drunk in Vegas? Like, come on.
Well, if you can't get
wasn't
out
drunk.
of it, that's
You wasn't
you-
drunk.
that just
I was high, Lori. I was really
No,
high.
you was not. You was
and
not.
you have witnesses now, Brian. So at this point, like even if you were drunk, we have witnesses. We've seen you together too many times.
She says I was there. I don't remember.
We just put y'all together. You know how society marries people. We just decided y'all are together. We've seen it so much. They must be together. So even if you're not for real, we don't know. We won't believe you. You're lying. We know.
Because it's been so long now, people just gonna naturally assume.
Right. But you keep walking that close to a person, they're gonna think y'all together.
Well, it's like if you feed somebody's kids long enough, they start to look like you.
Something like that.
I thought you was my friend.
I am here for you, Lori. There's no way for him to get out. Did you want out? Wait a minute.
No, I'm not trying to say to get out because he can't get out.
Okay, I was going to say he don't have a way out. I was letting him know he don't have a way out.
Yeah, she really does. So I mean, anything that you can do.
This guy. Okay, so Lori, I thought you didn't want a way out because he's trying to talk about legalities, and I'm just letting him know, just from a societal point of view, we think y'all together. So even if he think y'all not, we think you are. So that's what
I got paperwork and everything else. I got pictures.
Right,
I got
right. So I mean, you got paperwork and you got society who believes that you have paperwork. We don't believe him.
Right. So
I don't even.
He be always trying to claim me, but again, I say,
you know what? It don't even matter. Listen, Brian, this is what it is. Society believes what we believe, and that's that. Okay, you know what's happening out here. We don't care what you got going on. We already decided we believe the person we like.
No hablo inglés.
Hey, you know what? I am so glad you did that. Let him come on back because I'm fluent in Spanish. I'm waiting. I've been waiting to try this. I'm glad you know hablo English, because I can speak Spanish, so I got you.
Spanish. Oh, stop it.
No, I had to move you back to the other side of the screen, Lori.
Oh my gosh.
I
feel like this is like what is Hollywood Squares?
Yeah, Hollywood Squares.
I don't know if I'm on the top left on your screen now.
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that where you need to be? Is that your safe place?
Or it moved me to the right. So literally I'm always on that left. And I'm left-handed, so I'm left-minded.
That's, you know what? As a white woman, I identify that is a black thing. You want to be in the front of the line. I got it. I see you, black man. I just want you to know that I see you.
After what you guys did to us for so long, we want some reparations and get close to the front of the line.
Well, the least we can do is reparate you to the front of the line. Okay, it won't be money ever. Forget about that. But the front of the line, we can do that. Go on up there.
No, you can't, because you're always still pushing ahead like you're supposed to be in front of us anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, like we're right behind you, like you're in the front. We're like right over your shoulder. But we feel like we're there.
When we do our "What I Don't Like" segment, that is definitely one of the things I don't like. Why white folks still think that they're supposed to be before everybody else? You got there late.
We're together now. We're not before you. We're together. Unity.
Ain't gonna be no unity.
Ain't no unity.
Y'all can't even say slavery.
Wow.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about the book.
So you want to know what's going on with This Needs to Be Said. Okay.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, let's Happy New Year and all of that.
Happy New Year.
This makes 14 going into 15 years, 14 and a half years of This Needs to Be Said. And it has evolved. It's evolved from online radio to now podcasting. We've done television. And a lot of that, Brian was there for 5 years solid. We had 5 days a week. Brian was on Tuesdays. Pastor Goodson was he on Wednesday? Like one Wednesday, and then we had the sex doctor on a Wednesday. Yeah, and then Tani was on. She was doing money. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, hey, just where people were available.
You ain't never heard the old horny white lady get on and talk about?
I didn't realize that y'all had church and.
No, not on the same day. No.
I was about to say, I was like, what?
Okay, no. First Wednesday. No, listen. First
we would have forgot everything Juan said. You wouldn't even listen to Juan. We've been like, Juan, you got to go because sex doc coming up, bro.
No. He would. No, Tani would be doing money management after Dr. Will.
All right.
And Tani was like, I don't really like going behind the sex doctor. And I was like, man.
Wow, everybody relax. They'll do anything you tell them to at that point.
Exactly. Well, I thought it worked, but I didn't know better. Yeah. But let me see. So the first Wednesday of the month we had the sex doctor. The second Wednesday you got your life right, or it was Thursday or something. So it was after. It wasn't the same day.
Okay, all right.
So anyway, we went from doing that to, and that was 7 years. 7 years in all, but 5 years. 5 years with the team.
Dana was doing marketing too.
Yes, Dana was doing marketing on Mondays. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, quite a few people. You remember Deanna, because you and Deanna were on Tuesday. Yeah. Deanna Heiliger, Me to the Power of We.
Yep, I remember that.
So she actually reached out to me recently when she found out I was publishing a book, and I hadn't talked to her in like several years, and she was like, "I was just wanting to catch up and see how things are doing." So just having that connection with the people who started when I didn't know what I was doing, and everybody was volunteering their time, and just everybody working on their craft at that time. So here we are almost 15 years later.
Wow.
And the thing I really always ever wanted to do was write a book. I never wanted to do radio or TV or any of that stuff. It just happened as an opportunity, and I went with it because I was determined not to go back to a job. So I was like, man, I've been struggling on jobs for a long time. I am going to try something for myself. And yes, I struggled, but I felt better struggling for myself than struggling for somebody to tell me, not only I can't pay my bills, but I can't get time off when I want to. You're not going to give me a raise, and whatever you told me to do, I ain't doing it right. So it's just like, that's too stressful. I left my house for this. I became an adult for somebody to still treat me like I'm an incompetent kid. No, thank you. So it doesn't pay to be so smart, and fighting the power wasn't what I wanted to do. I want to pay my bills. So when I got into radio, that's what I was doing. However I can get it. Networking. That's how I met you all. Met on LinkedIn. Met Dana through Urban Times magazine. So 15 years later, I'm still unemployable. I still can't be hired on anybody's job. I'm not going to be on time. We can just, whatever they say, I'm going to agree to in the interview. They say move out of town. Sure. You're going to work any hour I say?
W-2. When the last time you seen a W-2 with your name on
it? We can thank Charlotte Mecklenburg school system for that. And you know what was ironic? Out of all the stuff I've lost and all the times I've moved, that letter of ineligible for rehiring keeps showing up. It's with this full envelope. Yes. 15 years ago. I can't lose that.
How many superintendents have they had since then?
Man, this is a rolling number now. If you want to be the superintendent, you might be able to get a week.
I probably can.
Yeah, like how the Clippers used to be. You could just get in the game and you can shoot a few if you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't even want me in there. Anyway, they don't want me in there for a week because I will sit there and conjure up visions of Joe Clark to them.
See?
Yeah. Change up them doors.
I got changed all the doors. Right?
The enemy is here.
Sing the school song.
And this goes
left.
Left.
Oh my God. Left. You check yourself though, okay? That was good. That was good.
Let's get back to you because we act a fool on him. So
well, you cut up anyway.
Yeah.
Right. He act like this is the only time that he does it. Like, okay, we don't know any better.
So Brian, is Brian's fault that you cut up?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, that's what I thought.
Wait a minute. Right. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Got it.
Hey, he paused like I did when I was about to say Catherine's name. So you see that pause is contagious. That's all I want you to realize.
Right.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
No.
Let's go with it. It looked like you halfway believe it. Let's run with it. Yeah. So you've been evolving definitely with what it is that you've done. I even remember when you did the Blog Talk Radio, I was working at a resort down in Myrtle Beach, and this particular person who liked to just hop in her car and just go visit and pop in on people because they had nice destinations, popped up at my hotel and broadcast her show from Myrtle Beach, right at the water. So I'm just like, she took that thing for real remotely and was all over the place doing it, which was absolutely awesome. And I noticed even then that you always had a book with you. you know, even though I remember you broadcasting the show, I can think back as far as I've known you. You always have a book by you, and normally it's not just one; it's multiple books. And I'm sitting there looking at her like I'm gonna go to sleep just looking at the fact that you got books. My dumb ass ain't reading all these books, but you and I mean, I'm giving you credit. So you know, take it for what it's worth. You have books; they ain't have a lot of pictures in it. They were legitimate books, thick ones at that, hardbacks at that. So it was very interesting seeing you actually. She'd have the books and she'd have a pad out. She'd be writing stuff down and stuff. What's on that? So,
bro, I got 3 boxes right now.
Listen, when we go to the beach, I take a book with me, and he was like, "Why do you have a book?"
Leaf,
yeah,
folders,
yeah.
All of her beautiful thoughts are right over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to sit writing all the time.
I take a book with me to the beach, and he don't even understand that.
Just a fraction.
Mm-hmm.
She just did it for us.
Right.
This is just a fraction, y'all.
It's amazing. You know, when I heard that you were going to write a book, I'll be honest, I wasn't surprised that you were going to write a book. What I thought you were going to write a book about, though, was different than what you wrote a book about.
Okay.
Because for the longest, in addition to your media, you did a lot of life coaching and things like that. Mm-hmm. And I thought what you were going to end up doing was pulling a book together with maybe best practices, things that have helped you with clients that you've had over the years being a life coach, things that kind of get people in the direction of how to manage their day-to-day life. But you kind of put a spin on it and you made it a little bit more
spicy.
Yeah, great word.
Oh, he must have read the book.
I haven't finished it, but I think within the first 3 pages, old Brenda's sitting there already getting the nipples perked up. Sitting there going, I'm like, did we skip foreplay? She checking to see if she jerked.
Wait a minute.
And standing in the bank line, bro. You gonna jerk here?
And when sorry, Brian. So I had, because again, I knew you were writing the book, and when you had sent me a couple of chapters to read over, you know, before you were published and everything. Mm-hmm. So I remembered having this conversation, and again, I was under the same impression. Oh, life coach, something. So when I saw the book, I was like, "What? This is not." I did a Scooby moment, like, like what? And telling Brian about it, and he was just like,
"Buddy would have been proud of that one."
He was like, "Really?" He was like, "You're lying." I was like, "No."
Do it again, Lori. Buddy would have been proud of you. That was really good. That was really
my goodness.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's the reaction that we was looking for.
Oh my God.
That's the reaction. That's how we know. That's how we knew this was gonna hit.
I ain't never seen nobody put no damn flames in the book so that you would know that if you saw one flame, okay, it's all right.
I told you.
You better be careful. If you see more flames than that, it's on. Like what? Get in the damn book. And then your prelude talking about all the people that wanted to be in the book. I ain't put you in the book. I'm saying, like, you know what? That's Katherine sarcasm right there in that damn. I'm reading that thing like, if that ain't her sarcasm to a T.
Oh my God.
That's my baby.
Yeah, that's my baby. I'm sitting there reading this going.
She keeps it 100 always.
It made it believable. I knew then that somebody just didn't hijack her name. I'm like, yeah, this heifer wrote this book right here. She wrote it. Because before you could even get with the start where it says Brenda, you already knew just reading the prelude. Yeah, she wrote this book. So it's funny. I'm going to continue to read the book. Guys, the name of the book is Moments, the Weekend. I'll let you give us a little setup for the book. But you'll be able to order it. You can get it as a free digital download on Amazon. Katherine's doing that, I guess, really to just kind of get your appetite wet for what's going to be in store for us after that. It's kind of like the drug dealer to give you the first taste. After that, you know what's going to happen. But if you're like me, I really do like my hardbacks as well. So I did also go ahead and order the hard copy as well. Yeah, well, absolutely. Just because I know that it's going to be a hit, because there's still people, you know, look, people out there always want diversions and things like that. That's why all these reality shows do so well. So for those that like that diversion with a glass of wine and some tea leaves around the bathtub, this gonna be perfect. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, before y'all sit there and put the water up too high in that tub, you might sit there and fall in that thing, and we are not responsible if you almost drown.
Well, I'm going to sit here and just say that this will be added to my collection of books, because just as you take your books to the beach, he, of course, Mr. Parker, is talking about me and my book collection, because I love a hardback. I love to feel the pages of the book when I read and everything else.
When we have to move, there's only one back. There's only one back that I'm worried about.
Yours?
Because my back is the one that normally got to put them books in a big old box and move them. So my back.
Hire somebody, Brian. Hire somebody. Lori, keep your books.
You know what? I already said that. I'm not doing that again. There will be a moving company.
Turn your back into greenbacks.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you don't have to worry about that.
We not letting go of the books. Girl power on that, Lord. We forget about it. In fact, there's gonna be more books just because you said that.
Lord.
What was that? Jim brought me like 3 boxes of books from South Carolina. We met him.
Choked that.
Listen, the start of the library.
Filled up my trunk, bro.
Yes.
I didn't know why we was meeting him out there.
The kids got some. Everybody was able to get something. But listen, I'm still waiting on my author copies because.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what this guy is doing over here, but I have my mug, so I do have merchandise for it. So it's the book cover on the mug. Where am I at?
Nice. Right there. I can see it.
Now turn it slowly.
Am I doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Brenda, by the way.
Okay. So that
you can see the cover on Amazon. So it's the book cover on the mug. So I'm still waiting on my author copies to come so I can mail them out to those who pre-ordered them. But I have, as of today, officially, I have ebook, regular font, paperback, and then large font for those who might be, visually impaired and prefer to read with comfort. So I have those 3 versions out. And the request for audio has been made, and I will be honoring that. So there it is. There she is. So if you like drama, you like spice, you like twists and turns, and a little bit of church, it's lots of family drama, and the church is threatened by the relationships that the sisters have and their activities. And this is this book was being written as the other books was writing themselves. So I'm talking to the characters and deciding which way we go. The second book is called The Wedding. We don't know who's going to get married. Somebody's getting married, maybe. But we know by the end of this book that Brenda's best friend done took off with, anyway, Brenda's men are being scattered. So we don't know who's getting married. But we seem to like Brenda. Brenda's a favorite character. So I don't know if I'm going to get Brenda married, because if you haven't gotten as far as Mr. Alexander Nelson in the book, there is still hope for Brenda. So Brenda might get married. That's right. Brenda's sister might actually get married. We don't know. We don't know who's going to get married, but there's going to be a wedding, and there's going to be some more drama because we're ending with Brenda's house being accused of being sex trafficking or sex crimes. So yeah.
Oh yeah, baby, don't.
Honey, listen. Okay, let me tell my husband. Hold on, Brian.
Okay.
Hold on, Brian. Let me tell y'all, like I told my husband, I can tell them the ending, and they still gonna want to read it. I'm like Dave Chappelle when it comes to put crap in.
You know what?
So I can sit here and tell it to them. They won't believe what I wrote. They're like, no, I'm still. So
you know what?
I am so confident that you are going to enjoy this. I have some ladies that helped read this book along with Lori beforehand. I didn't know what people expected or not, but I just want to know, would you be willing to read some pages? I got 100 ladies and some men to say, yeah, I'll read a few pages of it. And the men and women had the reaction that I needed to know, okay, these characters have legs. Now, to answer your question, Brian, yes, I have lots and lots of notes about writing business books, but it just didn't give me a fire. But when I wrote this book in 5 months, I have a book right now that's a sci-fi that's been sitting for like 5 years. So writing, I'm always writing something. But Brenda wanted to come and meet everybody, so here we are. And
this is the year of Brenda.
Yes.
So give us a little. Now you did mention some sex trafficking in the house. What I want to know is, was TD Jakes invited?
No.
Allegedly.
No, he wasn't even allegedly. They didn't even. The closest they got to the church is that the girls' parents are religious. The girls are trying to do something other than Christianity, so they are Christian adjacent.
They are Christian adjacent.
So TD Jakes wouldn't have been at that party.
Well, I see what you also did was, and it's a very cool thing, being somebody also born and raised in Charlotte, of the different references that you make, whether it's Emily's, whether it's North Tryon Street, whether it's Garinger High School. Yeah, I know they had to give a shout out to Garinger. I don't think West Charlotte was mentioned, but that's okay.
Well, there's still time. There's still time.
Yeah.
There's more city to cover.
And it don't need to be anything about anybody getting shot at a football game.
Oh well, I think I'm gonna not kill anybody. I'm not gonna kill anybody who don't need to die. That's what I know.
Okay. So I love the fact though that you did tie in your roots of Charlotte into the book, so that there's some reality base in it, as far as Brenda may be not a real character and all the other characters, but a lot of the places that they go are actual places that people can go order these different things off the menu, I would assume, that you know about. So that gives it a nice connection. But tell us a little bit about who Brenda is and what it is that you're looking for her to do throughout the course of this book, and then how that's going to propel into subsequent books after that.
Well, Brenda, as we're meeting her, she thinks that she has the world, just in her hands. She's controlling all the moves. She is the playgirl. And she's, proving that she's independent. She don't need nobody. She can do it on her own.
Wow.
Well, my marketing guy is here. Help me out a little bit. You want to help me out a little bit?
Come on, marketing guy.
You want to help me out? He want to help me out a little bit. And actually, between him and the kids helped me write Tiki. And y'all will hear about Tiki. That's my sci-fi book. The kids helped me write that one. And he's helped me with Moments. So he does get to tell you something about Brenda, but give me a second. So Brenda, she thinks that, she'll get her a guy. There's like 5 guys in her life, but she's only having sex with 1, maybe 2 of them. She's concerned about her body count, but she's also wanting to be free. She's not really in the church. She's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. She's churchy enough, but not too church. She rides on. She's real good at leveraging relationships and appearing to be everything, to whoever she needs to be it to. She has a guy who is
like most church folks.
Well, she doesn't even go to church. She doesn't even claim to go to church. She goes because her dad's a deacon, and she goes and spend time with him or whatever.
Oh, so, ones.
You know what? When they was preaching, they church kids. So listen. Okay, before we get to the spice of the church, because there is some stuff with that, because the mom and the dad are really involved in church, and they want to know where did they go wrong with their 3 daughters. And so you're going to hear them refer to their kids as their disappointments.
Wow.
The sister Michelle is their oldest disappointment, and they just want to know where they went wrong. And they think that, I've done everything I was supposed to do. We in the church, we raised the kids right. What's wrong with them, and not making a connection that they trying to figure out life. And what kid ain't trying to prove their parents wrong, whether you're in church or not. So they got that family dynamic, but they're all adults. And so the baby of the family, Tasha, is always going to be the baby. She got 2 kids and she lived with her boyfriend, but she's still going to be the baby, and they treat her like the baby. They treat her like she can never pay for anything. So Brenda is the big little sister. She's the middle child, and her sister Michelle are in competition. But Michelle is an opportunist. She doesn't really like to work. She don't like to do anything. She's waiting on the parents to die so she can get their property and a bank account.
I love it.
She's not interested in really doing nothing, that's not given to her. She feels like her sister should give her opportunities because you're already successful. Look out for me. Make sure I got a secretary. So the family's just kind of, everybody's kind of flowing in their own direction. And so that's going to cause them to have some issues. Now, the two sisters, Michelle and Tasha, that's where the sex trafficking comes in. Because Brenda don't know that her townhome is being utilized when she's not there. So her two sisters are taking turns using her place as their own place because the older sister lived with the parents, so she can't do nothing. And the baby sister lived with her man, so she can't do nothing. So they done turned Brenda's place into a den of debauchery.
Where she live off of LaSalle Street?
You stupid.
No, she's on the good side of Beatty's Ford.
She on the condo.
No, Alexander lives in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
But Brenda is south Sharon Road West area. So she's South Charlotte.
Oh, I remember somebody used to live in Sharon Road West area.
Yes, you do remember somebody living on Sharon Road West.
Cool Hollow area.
I love that place. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So the whole point of what you were saying, the use of the locations, we wanted to make it very realistic for people that live here in Charlotte.
Okay.
And that was like, and even sometimes like when my baby would like bounce like different ideas to me and stuff like that, or she'd be like, baby, how's this sound? I mean, obviously I didn't write the book, but I just appreciated the fact that she appreciated me, my insight, and saying, oh baby, make her suffer, or okay, ease up there, or ooh, they not gonna expect that one. So I'm the man sitting back with all the little goodies in my hand. I'm like, oh, they think they like the book. Wait till they read this part. So that's kind of like me. I'm loving the reactions the whole clutching of the pearls and the whole like, hold on, I gotta read that again. Is that?
And he would make me do that. He was like, wait a minute, because like Murphy. When I started creating Murphy, he was like, "Come on now,
Murphy, my guy, though.
Murphy, my guy. He grew on you. Now Murphy ain't worth a damn, okay? But Murphy is gonna be one of your favorite characters too. So
Brian, you gonna like Murphy.
When I started writing Murphy, he was like, "Come on, cat, you can't do to men like that." I said, "Well, I got other men in the book, but we gotta have one that ain't worth a damn."
Boy.
And Murphy is the epitome of not worth a damn.
Murphy's
don't have you.
Say what?
He works at the bank, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Murphy don't have you like
hard in the line.
I can't hear you, Brian.
I said that's who made nipples get hard in the line.
Yeah.
Everybody didn't want to get out of Murphy's line and move to other lines. They wanted Murphy to handle their transactions and stuff.
Yeah. He's Mr. Charisma.
Okay, doesn't sound like me.
I don't know if you want to.
So,
well, I've been known to make.
Why would you want to be associated that you ain't worth a damn? Because it was like,
hey,
hello.
She was like,
Lori, I have been associated with that.
She was like,
ain't no problem.
No, you're gonna like the character.
No,
don't identify
like the character.
Don't identify with the character. No, Murphy's interesting. Murphy's interesting too. But the book begins and ends with Murphy, so I'll give you that.
Okay.
There's not a happy ending. I'll give you that. And you're gonna be ready for book 2. I'll give you that.
So does it end more with a cliffhanger, or does it just lead into another book?
It's a cliffhanger.
It's a cliffhanger.
Okay.
And you know what? I'll tell you when you go back to the digital copy and when you get your paperback copy, just go to the last page. It's already gonna tell you what's what.
Wow.
There's gonna be stuff that still needs answers because realistically, I mean, it's a fiction book, but realistically, when I was thinking of the ending, I say this has to all happen in one weekend. So some stuff just ain't gonna fit. It's not gonna be resolved in that weekend because she's not gonna find out some stuff in time to resolve it. So I'm not gonna do like the 30-minute sitcom where all the problems are solved in the end. Mm-mm. So yeah, you gotta, it's a real fiction weekend. We have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It's a reality fiction.
So the time period, I know it starts on the weekend, the entire book just encapsulates that one weekend.
That one weekend. Right.
Wow, it's like you took the movie Friday, how they took one
they
damn
gave it
day.
2 more days. I did that. Yes. Yeah, like that.
I didn't think about it like that, but I mean, I shit better.
Well, what I was actually thinking of, because I'm white, Brian, I was actually thinking of, you might know Wilson. You remember when Forrest Gump was on the island by himself? It was just him and the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was thinking of something like that. Like it just happened in one spot. And then because he's so amazing, he did another movie where he was just in the airport the whole time.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like that, if he could do that in one spot, I could do it in one weekend. But I mean, I see how you black people relate to Friday. I could see that too.
Well, I only thought about it from the fact that it was based in such a narrow period of time. You look at some other movies and it goes over days or months or weeks or whatever. When you look at this book, it's on a weekend and that's it. Now, I got the digital copy. It doesn't tell me how many pages. How many pages is the book actually?
The digital copy is 98. The normal print copy, oh gosh, I just got finished with the large print. The large print is 410 pages. So it's like 200 and is it 250 pages? Yeah. I think it's no, I'm making it too many pages. I think it's right at 200 pages.
Okay, but let me give you this.
No,
but let me give you this, B. Because like you and like most of us brothers, we don't like reading, especially if we're not looking at things to look at. So here's the thing. It only took me 2 days to read it.
Okay.
I'm not a reader.
Mm-hmm.
And I read it from front to back.
In 2 days.
In 2 days.
Yeah. That's good too.
It is such an easy read. Nothing is over your head or nothing like that. And you get so caught up in these characters, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
That's what's up.
What were you saying, Lori?
No, as I said, as long as he can, if CJ, you read it in 2 days, Brian, if he sits still, maybe a day.
I think you could. I think it's a pretty quick read. It's being read faster than I wrote it, so I'm like, wait a minute, this is like cooking.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Spend all the time to get the ingredients and everything together, and then people sit there and scarf it down, and you like, slow down.
I mean,
enjoy it, please.
I mean, and people have, and so what I was saying, some of the ladies that help read, they're like, I write for the church. I can't publish this, but I can give you feedback. Warn me when you get into the spicy parts. I can edit everything around it. I mean, like, they wanted to help me, but they really thought that the writing was really good. Some people thought I had already written a book. I mean, sort of I have, but not a novel. And this is something I wanted to do. And when I was 19 or 20 years old, I had written a 2-part series then, but it was so much more involved to publish a book. And so up until maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I lost that original manuscript. And I was like, well, I carried it around this long. I didn't do anything with it. Maybe I'm not supposed to be writing. But I got this writing prompt, and the writing prompt was about sexual freedom in women. So that's how Brenda came about. So it was a writing prompt that turned into a book. So it went from, well, I could write about Brenda, and I had written, well, you said it was spicy 3 pages in. I didn't think it got spicy until she went out on a date with the guy to the basketball game. And so to me, I'm thinking I'm 3 chapters in before I get spicy. But when I get to that point, I was like, well, let's see what else is going to happen. She enjoys this time in the limousine floor with this rich, ridiculously rich guy. And now what else? Okay. But what it was, I got to 3 chapters and realized I hadn't written a thing about sex yet. But to y'all, I did 3 pages in. But to me, I didn't until 3 chapters in. I was like, well, the sex, I hadn't put any sex in there yet. And the prompt was about sex.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lori.
The chapters you gave me, I sat there like, I had to go back and reread them because I was like, wait, I'm missing something. What's happening? What's happening? And I'm gonna be honest, I was mad at you because I was like, why would you send me this? You need to send me the rest.
That's because she had a couple of bottles of wine that she wanted to, work out.
Oh man, well, the book is available now, and so the second book will be The Wedding, and I don't know yet when I'm going to release it, but February is a good time, and December is a good time to release books about weddings. Maybe the springtime, I don't know, but as soon as the characters say and introduce me to the world, I will. So right now, thank you so much. Thank you, Brian and Lori, for having us on to talk about my book. And the lady who worked on my book, Linda McHugh, she just turned this website completely around because it was This Needs to Be Said. It was podcast stuff. You still see some remnants of it there, some business coaching stuff. And I was like, we need this book. And right there, stop right there, Brian, or Lori, who's ever doing that. If you go down to the book cover there, you can hit and see a sample right on the website of the book. You can start reading it there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's real cool. So shout out to Linda. She's been riding it out with me. And then Jalou, he's been working on my SEO. So if y'all hadn't met Jalou on Facebook, you will. He's amazing. He definitely has the I want to work pressure that he's going to put on you.
Cup. That's the cup, the mug, the medallion. And I want to give a personal thank you and a big shout out to everybody that gave a beautiful review of my wife's work, man. That means so much. And by us all having our own platforms, by our own shows, it's one thing to get views, but it's another thing to see those shares. And it's even a greater compliment to see people comment and, from a genuine place to say, wow, I love this. When the next one is coming out, I didn't get enough, things like that. And like I told my wife, when she wrote this, when she came up with the concept of Brenda, I said, baby, you did not write a book. You wrote a movie. I can actually see I was going
to ask about that, if there was, and I know you just getting your toe in the water and stuff like that, but is this something that somewhere down the road may end up on a script?
You ready?
Or a play?
You ready? Okay, my phone ringing.
Hello. Yes, this is Netflix. I would like to speak with Miss Katherine Y. Jones, please.
This is she, Netflix?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Am I talking with her?
Yes, this is she.
Hi. Yeah. Well, I'm an executive producer here with Netflix, and now we just want to know. Hey, listen, we just came across your book, and I'm telling you, it has wowed everybody on the com floor. And we just want to know: have you ever been interested in doing said a movie? Of course, we're going to give you all your accolades and so forth, and we're looking to make a lot of money, baby girl. I'm talking 9 zeros.
Well, that sounds good, but Paramount and HBO, I'm waiting to hear back from them. They told me you'd be calling, so I gotta just check with the other streaming services and see what it is. But you said a whole lot of stuff, but I think what may put you over Paramount and HBO, I need to get that premium membership for free.
You know what? I have no problem with that. If that's the only sacrifice that we have to make, consider it yours.
Well, I want the money too, but I definitely don't.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Where's the money?
Yeah, I want the money too. I want the money too, but I just don't want to have to pay for my Netflix out of my money. You know how you get your money?
Yeah.
I don't want to pay for Netflix out of my money.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We can make that happen.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see what HBO and Paramount say, and I'm gonna get back to you.
Not a problem. And I know whatever they offer you, we can do a lot better. Thank you so much, Ms. Jones.
Okay then. Well,
we're looking forward to doing business with you.
All right. Well, that's my call with Netflix.
Okay.
So I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I was messing around with him the other day because several people have had that response of being able to visualize, what I've written in a movie format. So, I mean, it wasn't my thought when I was writing it. Go ahead, Lori.
I'm about to ask you because I was be like, as Brian will sit here and attest to, and especially over the holidays. But I was loving me some Tubi, and if we could be on the black movies on Tubi, because I did a whole bunch, and this was definitely way better than what I was looking at.
Listen, that might be why I told Netflix no, even in the skit, because I love me some Tubi. I saw somebody convert the other day on Facebook going to Tubi. Something that they like ended up on Tubi. I said, another one is coming to the fold. I said, welcome. CJ would not watch Tubi. He was like, why you got that mess on the TV? I said, it's free. He was like, cut that mess off. And what was it? Was it Wu-Tang Collection? Man, now he's a believer.
It can be a hit or miss. I've got a friend in New Jersey, and he's got 5 movies and a web series on Tubi. I'm in a web series on Tubi, and that's what was making me think that if you don't get a movie, it could even be in the form of a web series that gains steam, because web series have those cliffhangers that make you, because you know, like you say, okay, I'm gonna watch 1 or 2 episodes and that's it, and then at the very end they make you go, damn it, I gotta watch the next one.
I'm gonna just one more. Yeah.
I remember one time trying to watch the Upshaws, and I was like, okay, we'll watch a few. And I was like, I don't know, if I'm gonna really get into it. And we start watching it. It gets to the end of it, and she looks at me. I look at her, and I'm like, go ahead. One more. And one more that turned into 8 hours later, and you're like, damn, what do I do with my life?
Yes. And that's it, y'all.
So I can definitely see this taking that form. So congratulations. This is definitely got to be very exciting, but like I said in my opening, probably a little bit terrifying at the same time, because it's kind of like being a comedian. It's kind of like being an actor. You put in the work and everything else, but now you got to wait for the crowd to react and respond to really be able to see, did they get what it was you were trying to put out there? How real did they feel it was? How convincing? How could they identify with some of the characters? Character development is one of the biggest things, whether it's on screen or in a book or anything like that. So when you start having those characters that people can say, I know somebody like that. That reminds me of such and such. Or I had that happen to me one time when I was out there in the streets doing them booty calls like that. Not Lori, not that I ever did booty calls.
Never, ever.
I was just out preaching, spreading the word.
Just saving souls, I understand.
Or snatching them. But I was out there. But yeah, so thank you so much. Anything in closing that you want to tell us about the book, Katherine? I think we already put up how to get it, but anything that you want to just let the audience know?
Well, the most important thing is connect with me on my website. Follow me on Amazon. I have an author page, so whenever I update it with an audible of this book or a new book, you'll be one of the first people alerted that I have something new out.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm excited. It is nerve-wracking. Now, when you said I was going to act like nothing was bothering me, and I was like, well, about nervousness, no, because 20 years ago, I was nervous, because if I wrote this 20 years ago, and I wasn't even in church 20 years ago, they would have threw me out of the churches I wasn't in. But this is the same stuff. And I was like, it just wasn't the time for it. But I've been writing for a very, 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 very long time, making up stories and sharing them with people. My new saying is, I love drama as long as it's in a book. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to writing more. I would like to write as many books as possible, but I want them to be good books. And I've been, looking at other independent authors and seeing how they're, building up their catalog of books. And we're not all perfect, they're not perfect or whatever. So they have some hits and misses that you can come across. But what I'm wondering, you have all these books that's 150 pages and more, but are they good books? Right. I don't want them to become something that's typecast. And there's like, oh, I already know what her book is going to be about. You got an idea of what the book is going to be about, but you don't really know what it's going to be about. I don't want it to be so predictable that people only expect one certain thing from me. And I want to make sure that I'm able to keep them coming back. So it is nerve-wracking to find out if I have people that's wanting to come back, or was this a good first try? So that part is kind of like, okay,
because you do have to build up your followers. They do have to kind of know you for certain things, even if you do other things. So I know right now it's really about just getting the word out, spreading the word. Are you doing any kind of? I know you were doing like a discussion. Are you working on any kind of book signings or anything like that where people will be able to see you? I've got one friend, Laura, you know John Andrews. He camps out at the airports and hawks his books at the airport as people get
Oh,
off.
really?
Yeah, and people actually buy them. I mean, he's always posting pictures with people and them buying his books. He's done over like 30 books. You ought to check him out. He's a great author. He does all these books, a lot of Jamaican novels and stuff like that, like Rude Boy and Who Shot the Sheriff and all those different kind of things. I was in this Rude Boy film.
Okay.
But yeah, he does stuff like that, but just kind of getting it out. Are you guys looking at getting it in the libraries, or what kind
Yes, and advice to authors, it's a lot. Amazon is the easiest, fastest way to publish your work, but they give you their ISBN numbers. You can have your own, but if you don't already have them, they will assign them for you. But your books are only featured on Amazon, so each different thing you do is a different way to move. So if you want your books in the library as an independent author, you have to go through Ingram Spark. So you're coming from a clearinghouse like the big people. Because libraries buy books, but also donating my book to the library. I've advised people to do that for years. I'm going to do it myself. But libraries purchase your books. So I got making sure it's in every format, because they will buy ebooks, they'll buy large print, they'll buy regular print, they'll buy audio. And based on the popularity in the library, they will buy more copies or more download options for your books. So as an independent, there's so much to know and so much to do. And Moments is going to be worked on for the next 12 months. So book signings, yes. There's a T-Bar that's already invited me to her space. A couple of other places. I am doing a discussion. It was going to be Saturday, but it's going to be January 27th. I moved it because I don't have the books, my physical books yet. And I wanted people to have those first. And plus, since we have the downloads of the ebook, people got time to read it. So the 27th of this month, I will be hosting a book discussion just in general about the book. It has been suggested I choose characters or chapters as a way to lead the discussion. But I don't know. I'm going to see what the audience, what grabbed them first.
Marco.
Go ahead, Lori.
So actually at my job, they actually are hosting on, this is called Fall in Love with Books, where they're asking people to sit here and to donate and bring in books in this one, and then people that are working in our park and where I work, you can sit here and have the book. Because as I said, I know Brian's book, but I need to get a book for myself because I'd love to add it to the library. And then you wrap it, and then people can pick up your book.
Okay.
And then have this one. So I would love to sit here and to do that, to make sure as well, making sure that getting that out there as well.
I definitely will follow up with you after that.
Yeah.
After we finish tonight for that. I love it. That's a heart, Brian. You don't know what it looks like, you Grinch. That was a heart. Show them again, babe. It's a heart. You got it? Oh my goodness. But I want people to, I still want to, help people. I'm not necessarily helping people do their books. What motivated me to do my own book was helping other people do their book. And I was like, I'm really passionate about this. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and employ the stuff that I've shared with other people for so long. And there's still so much more to learn. It's a great opportunity for independent people to not have to go through a clearinghouse to become well-read. There's so many communities for readers. It's a industry in itself. It's just, invest, write your book, publish your book. Don't worry about it being perfect, but put your passion out there if that's what you want to do. Yeah. And it's so easy. You got Fiverr, you got Amazon. And in fact, you don't even have to use Amazon Fiverr. Everything from your book cover to the inside of your book, you can do all on Amazon. So if people want to publish a book, it's not difficult. What's difficult is keeping the conversation going about your book. So what are you doing after you put that book down? Is there a book coming next? What is your plan? So it's not just about that one book. But yes, I want it in the libraries. Yes, I want my book in Books A Million and Barnes and Nobles. I want it on the Nook, but that's going to take some time to get to that. But just know I'm working, and I'm just excited about this.
Well, it sounds like we need to actually get a commercial together for the book, because not only will it appear on just the show and when we run the head-to-head shows, but it'll also actually appear on Roku and Amazon Fire TV, which I sent Lori some analytics the other day. I had more people from where was it, Lori?
Brazil,
Ecuador, Colombia, and
yes.
in one of the other South American countries watching the Roku channel,
Uruguay or something like that.
Wow.
More than the U.S. So I know you may not have it in different languages, but there could be some folks that would be able to see it in more places than just very, very local. So it would be really good if we could push it out like that. Now, is the main issue, because I know you, and I know I'm running over, Lori, I know you made this digital so that people wouldn't have an excuse not to read it, and want to be able to kind of hook people in. Is this also a way, though, to be able to show those publishers, those libraries, hey, this is what I'm already bringing to the table? It's kind of like that musician that will say, hey, I've already got 500,000 followers on YouTube. I got another 500,000 followers on Instagram. So I'm already bringing some people to
this is what I'm bringing to the table. Yeah.
Right.
And it is very much so that with anything that I do, and this is be the biggest thing that I've done, in my opinion, but it's always that. It's like, what have I done on my own? And even like when I was coaching CJ before he started doing his podcasting, show me what you can do on your own first. What did you do yourself? What did you figure out on your own? So we can build from that. Because one, it shows me what I already can do. So people won't, nobody can tell me, oh, we made you. No, now what we can understand is that I came here made. You're going to give me the elevation, but what I brought with me, I can take with me.
Right.
So I never, ever in my life want to be in a position where I didn't bring something to the party.
Yeah, you didn't be out of whole cloth. Yeah.
That part. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then it shows people, because what I'm really saying is, okay, I brought this, but I'm asking you to give me way more than I brought. And I'm telling you I'm worth it. I'm marketable. But if I come to you and I'm just a cute face and I got this story in my bag nobody ever read, then okay, you didn't take a risk on you. Why should anybody else take a risk on you?
Exactly.
And so that is the self-investment. Yeah, that is the message.
Okay, that's awesome, and that's a very great and strategic way to look at it. I think sometimes people like to figure out a way to cut corners and things like that. But it seems like you're going to try to do it more from a grassroots standpoint, where you're going to make sure that it's almost kind of like politicking, grassroots wise. You're not going for the big donors. You're going for those small donors and making sure that you get enough following around you so that when you do blow up, it's real. It's not somebody propped you up. Like
manufactured it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a lot of these folks that end up as #1 bestsellers, a lot of times will get different organizations to purchase a bunch of books at one time, and it drives up their numbers. And it's not organic. And then all of a sudden you see those numbers kind of level out, because after everybody just did those mass purchases, then you don't see anything else, just so that they could get the title #1 bestseller or something like that.
Right. And that was not my priority. One of my friends showed me some value in certain awards, but that's not my priority. My priority, and what really pissed me off is I care so much about the reader. Me and you are really having a conversation. I'm sitting down with Lori, I'm sitting down with Brian, and I'm saying, and I say to my husband, I said, Alexander is watching Brenda. I said that today, and he was like, Alexander's watching what?
Bro, she come up out of the clear blue. I'm like, who did what?
Like, so I'm sitting down telling you, I'm talking to you about the characters. I'm saying, Brian, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what Murphy did. Lori, let me tell you, okay, my friend Brenda, she got herself in a situation. This is what's going on. This is me talking to you. I'm sharing it anytime I'm sharing with people.
She's writing the book.
So I'm just talking it out, but I want it to feel like a conversation. I care about the reader, and there are things like when CJ says, I want to watch the series, they have to have at least 3 seasons, because I want to feel like you care about me. Don't get me on one season, hook me, and then drop me off. So I ain't want to do that.
You see how
and that's how I felt when you gave me them chapters. I was like, what happened?
I understand.
Lori, download the damn book so you can get over there.
Well, the whole thing is that at the time in the beginning, that's what I was just saying, because I was just
okay, but you don't have to be frustrated anymore. Sound like you might need some wine.
But I appreciate that because I got several frustration. Yeah, I got several emails. Dana read it, Brian, and she said, "Why you just send me this little bit of stuff? I thought you was gonna send me something." I was like, I'm trying to be easy because people got schedules outside of me writing this marvelous book. Then I want to send you so much and you discouraged, so I sent you some and I'll send another email if you want.
You should be bailing people out, not reading this stuff now. You better get back down to Jail Central, Dana, and get some of these folks out. So
I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I try to keep all my help near me. Yeah. Shoot, if I ever get in trouble, I'm like, Dana, let me write your number on my hand.
But I told y'all last year, at the end of last year, before we closed out, when I was plugging my baby, I told you, I tried to warn you.
Yeah.
You didn't hear me, but you can hear me now.
We hear you. Look, just reading the first chapter is already making me want to read more and just to kind of see where this is going to happen. Lastly, is book 2 already in the works, in development, in your mind? How far are you along with book 2?
Book 2, as soon as I get my lady to, let's say, less than 30 days, because once she makes the book cover, I write according to the book cover. So I told her what my concept was. She created Brenda. I finished the book.
Wow.
So now I'm deciding on what the concept
artwork on the cover. Is that somebody you know or?
Well, somebody I paid. I mean, it's my it's their creation, but somebody I paid to do it. I don't know the person personally, but she's designed several book covers for clients for me, and I like her work, so I want her to work on mine.
Okay.
No.
That's an actual person.
That's not artificial. Yeah, that's art. Yeah.
Okay.
No, sir.
It's a real person.
I will not use the artificial artwork.
No AI, huh?
Yeah.
No AI. Got it.
All right. So, well, once again, y'all, the name of the book is Moments. The Weekend. It's by Catherine Y. Jones. This is her debut novel, and it looks like it's going to be the beginning of many, many more to come. We wish you all the continued success with that. It is just absolutely amazing. Congratulations. Looks like y'all teamed up and did a great job on the book. And we'll do everything that we can to help get the word out there. Looks like you're doing a lot on your own, and any little thing that we can do to help, we'll be more than happy to do that. So thank you guys for joining us on that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. CJ, are you staying around for the rest of the show?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He got work to do. You don't get over just look when the master go away. Then thank y'all so much for having me. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're only down. We're not going to have time for politics, so we did run over. But Lori's been wanting me to bring it back. Lori, you want to do this? There we go. All right. Y'all know how this goes. We're gonna talk about what it is that we don't like, and we have a few extra minutes to do it. Franchise is not with us today as he is actually at work. He'll probably be out a couple of weeks in a row because of that. And then just a quick program and a note to the show will not be on the 25th, as I'll be out of town that week in Columbus. Okay. So the 25th. So we got 2 more shows after this one. Before that happens, just to let everybody know what's coming up with the program and note the franchise ladies, he's still thinking about you. He still talks about you a lot. He's working for you around the clock. So keep that in mind. But let's get into what I don't like is Lori. What is it that you do not like?
Oh no, I wanted you to go with yours because again, you went with the skipping in the line and people in the line. So I wanted you to expand on that one.
Oh,
it's just the fact that, I think what I really don't like is when I say that is people are so self-centered that the only thing that exists and matters to them are themselves. Consideration for other people be damned. Anything else going around them be damned. And they just, a lot of times people cut in front of you because they're not paying attention. They're not, or I'll give you a perfect example. And I know CJ loves to use what I don't like for driving instances. when you're about to try to pull into a parking spot, like it, CJ. People try to pull into a parking spot, but you were there first, and you about to pull in, and they don't even hesitate. They just go ahead and try to pull in front of you because they think it's theirs. They automatically think that if I see it, nobody else was there before me to want it. I inherently am entitled to stuff. I don't like people that think they entitled to shit they ain't entitled to.
Exactly.
Damn, take a break.
Exactly.
You are not the center of the damn universe. There's other people on this damn rock that got just as much claim to something as you do. It ain't always about you. Get out of yourself. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lord.
You know, I guess from the holiday, I didn't really have anything I didn't like.
Really?
You know, I could say, well, I'll add on CJ's point. So with my job, I have to drive more.
Yep.
So a lot of things, yes. And then for this way on the days. So
you ain't killed nobody yet.
No, I have not. At all. But talking about the parking space, and especially when I get into works, because there's a particular space that I park my car in, and some idiot took my damn space. That's what I don't like. I'll say that because I had this way. Took my damn spot. And it was
come out. Do you got your name on that space? Did you win Employee of the Month and you got that Employee of the Month parking spot?
Listen, let me tell you something. Everybody know my little Betty's in that spot. Flag on the flag.
You ain't even been on that job. See, what I don't like is folks that ain't even been on their job for 90 damn days trying to lay claim to something.
Actually, it's gonna be 90 days and 2.5 weeks.
You ain't earned nothing. I've been on my job for 8 years, and I ain't got no parking spot.
Man, look,
because you park here at the house.
Brian,
you park it. You ain't got no spot.
Look,
you already got your spot.
Brian, whenever you do stuff like that, you gotta say that like a beaten slave. I've been on my job 8 years.
I've been on this job 8 years. I ain't got nothing from it. All they do is just work me to the bone from the time the sun come up to the time the sun go down, and y'all getting these fields and act like y'all supposed to be the straw boss from day one. Or you can't be the straw boss after 90 days.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Back in that field.
Yeah, for real.
Listen, I went
telling Mister, he ain't working hard. You want me to hit him?
Listen. And you will say this. I went from where I had to drive, and we were literally 5 minutes away.
Yeah,
if that.
Yeah.
To where, give or take, about half an hour, 20 minutes. So this way. But yes, I want my spot.
And you did have a spot there because your spot was so far away from the building. It was by default. Nobody else wanted it.
No, there was a few people that used to take my spot, and I used to get pissed off because I was like, my car's up in here every day. Don't take my damn spot. Don't take my spot.
I'm just disappointed because I just kind of feel like you thinking you entitled to some stuff. The same damn thing I just said.
I think you just said it.
I think you the person.
Yeah, you are that person.
You are that person. What you got to say? Yeah, go for it. Give it to me.
But I think I would just break it down to one because we at the bottom.
Yeah.
Of the show.
Okay.
So here's my thing. I had the perfect example. I just went to go from the south side of town, from the east. And I said, baby, don't take this personally. But there's gonna be a lot of cussing going on up in this car. Because as much as we are free flowing right now on these main streets, as soon as we get to the part to where we gotta merge, that's where you're gonna hear me lose my shit. And I say, it's going to be about 3 or 4 times I'm going to lose my Jesus, okay? And I was right. In other words, what I don't like is, what I can't stand, what I love is people that, and it's based on what you're saying, Brian. You're not considerate.
Right.
It's not even about, it's not even about the flow of traffic, because I mean, I was military. I lived on a military base. I mean, we call it a rolling parking lot for a reason.
Yeah.
Nobody going nowhere if you wasn't on that HOV by 3. So I can be in gridlock traffic. What I cannot stand is the inconsideration of, we all are trying to get to a certain place. One car after the other. It's called being courteous. Zip line, if you will. Yep. Okay? You interlace and everybody keeps going. You know, and that's, I mean, it's such an easy concept. It was one of the first concepts that I grasped when my dad was teaching me how to drive at an undisclosed age, because I really wasn't supposed to be behind the wheel. Mm-hmm. But the point is that it made me the driver that I am today. And now I teach my children and everything. Be considerate.
Yeah.
Let people in. It's okay.
Is also another part of awareness. To be considerate, you have to be aware that there are other people out there other than just yourself, and that they're trying to get to a destination. They have families. They have obligations. They got the same things that you think is important to you. There are things out there that are important to somebody else that puts them on the road. So be considerate, because you're aware of the fact that there's other people out there just like you, whether it's in the line at Walmart, whether it's in the line at the airport, whether it's on the road, there's somebody behind you. Like I just had a car the other night, literally just stop in the middle of the damn road for no reason. And if I hadn't been aware, if I'd been staring at my phone trying to see how many people just like my post, oh, they've been gone.
Yes, sir. Please
they've been gone. I would have ran right into them, and it'd been a wrap. But people just do stupid things, and you have to be aware of your surroundings. It's just not a thing of getting behind the wheel and pushing the gas and making the car go forward. There's so many things it is to drive, and you have to look out for what you're doing, but you have to be aware, because you don't know at any given time if some jackass is going to be in the right lane trying to make a left-hand turn.
That is true.
Be aware of stuff like
true.
That. So it's a lot of that, and I definitely don't like that, because people, it makes me feel a certain way about the where society is headed, where people just seem more and more self-involved with themselves instead of thinking more outwardly and things like that. So that definitely frustrates me too, CJ. Well, y'all, we are at the end of the show for another week of Head to Head with Brian Parker, 2024 first edition. Again, we dedicate this show to one buddy out there who's probably up in the skies looking down, still probably want me to.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Throw him a damn bone.
That for you, buddy.
Yeah, probably still want a bone from me. Not giving you any more bones, buddy. Sorry. Need to ask the dude at the gate if he got any bones. You greedy ass. But anywho's, we really appreciate everybody for joining in. Check us out on all of our streaming platforms. Check out the show. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to all the platforms, and make sure that you share the show so other people will know about it and continue and help us continue our growth going into 2024. Thanks so much again. Thanks to Lori Parker and Mr. TNTBS, and our guest appearance from Mrs. TNTBS, Katherine Y. Jones, about her book Moments the Weekend, that is out now digitally on Amazon, and you can order it on the tntbsmedia.com page if you would like the hardback book. It's only $25, y'all. Y'all waste $25 at the fish tables, so you can get $25 for a book that will relax you more than the fish tables ever will. Anyway, I'm out till next time. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you then. Peace out.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I'm a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma.